running Sonic Chronicles. That is as far as I know, the only RPG Sonic game on Nintendo DS, which I was more than happy to pick up after running the Sonic Rush trilogy. So the Sonic Rush trilogy it's pretty much like a boost mechanic game, but this game is completely different genre. So I first took this as a blind playthrough, and then enjoyed running it casually, and then I took up speedrunning, and then I really enjoyed that too. So I'd recommend this as a game casually and speedrunning wise. So there was quite a few findings that were made, because I've played for a couple of years now. I suppose the blind playthrough in October 2022, it's 2026 now, and quite a few things have been found to the early percent which shall be running today. And yeah, I can see the chat, so if you've got any questions, do feel free to ask. So without further ado, we're going to dive in. So the time will start when I click the start a new game on the fresh file. Yeah, thanks for the good luck. So this is quite an interesting way of from what I've come from. So after this trailer's finished, I will start the run. So I'll count you in. So normally they'd have three save files, but this is a completely fresh cartridge. So only the middle save file is there. So time will start when I click it. And I'll count you in from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, and we're off. Alright, Green Hill. This seems familiar. So most areas, we always start from Green Hill. And here we have a tutorial on how movement works, so we're going to move. There's also field abilities which certain characters could use. Sonic's one is speed. So speed sections, most of the time we'll be using Sonic, but I think most, if not all the time, we'll be using Sonic for those. Because there are other characters in the game, but right now we only have Sonic. Oh yeah, I agree, Sionius. Yeah, this game is awesome. So now that we've crossed this river with the winch, this armadillo just approaches us, looking angry at us for some reason, so we have no choice but to fight it. Right, so it's the first level, so this is going to be an easy one to get us into the groove. So there are power moves in this game, but we get those a bit later on. Okay, so next we have this guy in a black suit who tries to block our path. Normally in normal circumstances we can jump over those, but in this game unfortunately we cannot. And look who comes to break these boxes for us. Amy Rose. She's the next character we unlock, and she's going to help us with our quest. And here we need to select the second option, otherwise Tails just cycles the options again and again. Okay, so now that Amy's on our team, we can actually swap to her now, instead of being just only Sonic. And now we gotta go find this drone, because this drone has caught us, and we don't want this to get away with information, so we chase after it. And that's our mini chase tutorial. So this chase sequence if it looks slow, it is. Just because it is. And these boxes, they don't do much damage. They only do 1 damage, but they cost so much time. So as before, we just attack. Normal attacks unfortunately can be hit and miss. So it's completely RNG whether we hit it or not. Okay. Better. Right, we're gonna grab this item box because items we can sell for rings, and selling stuff doesn't come till much later on. Right, so this is not the best RNG. We do not want them to run away, because that just takes up time. Come on, we gotta catch them. So the thing is, after the chase sequence, if we catch our target, then they get no moves. Because this game is a turn-based system. So this encounter, we didn't have to take it, but this allows Sonic to get to level 2, and allows us to take faster, which will be very useful for the next fight. Yeah, Yatogami, yeah, the sound effects are quite weird. So right now we're going to go up here, and get ourselves a nice pair of boxing gloves. So now, we can go into menu, we get a mini tutorial on how items work, give boxing gloves to Sonic, and realize that we don't have enough power candy, so we need to go and get an extra item box. Because for the fight after this one, we will need at least 2. And this one right here, we normally don't take it, but if we don't have enough power candy, we take it. Alright, before we proceed further, we're going to save here, because we can die to basically RNG. Yes, Ionius. It's a Sonic Chronicles trademark now. So as we've got a power move now, we now get a mini moments of silence while we get a power move tutorial. So for some reason, developers thought it was a good idea to have a moment of silence. Right, nice, we didn't get ambushed. Because these enemies can ambush you. So fastball is a Sonic Amy combo, allows you to hit the counter, hit an enemy, hit a target 3 times. Okay, it's attacking now. Oh, so this can be done in 1 round, but unfortunately we didn't get the good RNG pattern. Right, good. Right, so in the smaller screen we have a health meter and a power meter for each character. The power meter allows us to do power moves, while the health meter is the red bar. Right, so now we go over here and talk to Tails. And as we try to exit, we think we've been caught, and that's because we have. That robot just saw us. So, fun fact, in the Energy Plus category, we can actually skip this fight. But in any percent, we cannot. So as we were before, I used fastball one enemy, attack the other one with Sonic and Amy, but here's where the 2 power candy come in, so I can use fastball again. This way, I defeat this drone before it gets a chance to move. Oh dear. Alright, it's not invading, so I think I'll fastball that one. Attack, attack, attack. So that way, because that drone can evade, and can't miss moves won't be able to hit it. So now we've just got this swap bot left. So what's the plan? All out attack. Normally I'd use fastball on the swap bot, Okay, not long to go. Fortunately, the swapper only gets one move per round. And it can also defend. So some enemies, if they don't do anything on their turn, they're defending. Which is why I was doing 1 damage. Yes, and then gets the final blow. Right, so now Amy's leveled up. We take Blow Kiss for her. That's going to be very important to us later. And Tails, we don't care what we get because we don't actually need anything from him. And make sure we click Do Not Remind Me When to Save. Right, so that's pretty much our first chapter. Alright, so the story is Knuckles, who's fighting the Marauders, ends up getting captured. And he's managed to disable Tails' trap with advanced technology. So now we gotta go find him. And how we find him is by completing the series of fights. They're 4 pretty much identical fights. The only difference is the level. So you're probably wondering what we're going to do about Sonic's low power point meter. And that'll take care of itself, which you're about to see why. You can do the 4 fights in any order. But this one first gives us an advantage. Because we need to get to the top of the roof for one of them. We got a Power Candy, Sonic gets to level 3, and we take Blue Bomber. We will need that later. And move, we don't care what we take, because we don't need anything from her the entire game. This song does rub off on you, Sionius. It does rub off. Right, so next up, encounter dodges. So it's dodges when I run to the corner for a bit, then run round. That's something I recently found. In case you didn't know, different characters have different speeds. Right, we're in. Right, so this time we're up against twin swap bots, and these are much stronger than the ones we faced earlier. So right now, I use an item of Sonic, then Blue Bomber twice, 1 for each swap bot, aim to blow kiss Sonic, and then get both the other characters to defend. So I ideally want both these swap bots to attack. Right, that's good, because with their defending, we will do reduced damage and hence not enough to take him out. Okay, Blue Bomber. Right, and again. You're probably wondering why I didn't use Fast Wall, and there's a number of reasons we don't. The main one is that it takes too many power points to use twice in the round. Because right now Sonic's max power bar is 8, and Fast Wall takes 5 power points. So by doing the math, we don't have enough to do 2 per round. Yeah, I've not heard of this one being in in Sonic 3D. I think I've seen it briefly done in speedruns, but not seen enough of it to remember the tunes from it. Right, so we return back to Tails' workshop and then walk back out again, so that way everyone is back to full health and full power. Okay, so this is pretty much the same fight again. We just gotta hope that they attack and not defend. So Amy speed sides with swap bots, so sometimes Amy can go before them, and sometimes they go after. Amy goes after them. Okay, so they're both attacking, which is great for us because now the blue bomber is going to knock them out. Nice. Right, and again, blue bomber. See ya. So right here, you see why I deliberately dropped the last input. The reason I do that is because if a power move is the last move to finish it off, then the perfect message lingers for about 2.8 seconds at the end. I don't normally get the item box, but items we can sell for rings. If anything goes wrong, we can use further items to help us recover. Okay, so two of the hideouts are in Green Hill, and two of the hideouts are in Central City. So we've done both ones in Central City. And now we need to do both in one in Green Hill. So this is the last one we have to worry about if they defend. So, same program again. Okay, that's what button's attacking. Please attack, please. Yes! Right, so none of them are defending. So this is the last time we have to worry about if they defend or not. Because with level ups, it also increases the amount of damage a character does with their attack. So right now I'm doing 50 damage for impact. Put the last inputs, get perfect message, and we win. So Amy will also want to increase her speed. Tells Ruth we care about luck. Because I think that reduces her chances of being ambushed. So right here we deal with an impossible dodge. Because the robot that was out there literally appears right in front of the entrance before we even out. So the encounter trigger happens so quickly but the map doesn't have a chance to load. So we just gotta take this on the chin. Right, so we do this puzzle for which is the second puzzle, and I'm supposed to pick Amy. Because this gap here is a little too big to jump, so I get Rouge to fly across, hit that switch, because the last character only has to jump. And of course I choose Sonic because he's the fastest and we get him to run the furthest. Right, so we don't need anything for Sonic or Rouge. Just quickly get that, fly across that bit. So when the character levels up, the health and power points are fully restored. So now we don't have to worry about restoring Sonic as we did before. And this time we do have to restore Tails because Tails' power is a little low and he unfortunately does not level up here, so I have to give him some power candy. Right, got a dodge here to do with the flies. Go to the code B, go down, fly. an item because Sonic is always faster than Amy. So the only way Amy gets there in time to power him up is if he uses an item first. So that way the blue bombers I use will be empowered. Okay, blue bomber, here we go. Right there, 56 damage, right there. And again, blue bomber. So if all goes to plan, this will be the last time we'll be seeing this move. Because there'll be other moves that we get which are far more effective than blue bomber. But this is the best we could do now. Since we only have these 4 characters. I'm gonna grab this box real quick. And we go. Right, we want to hold up here because that way we can move straight away. Right, now we want to fly here as Tails. Because that level up gave Tails Fly 2. Because that gap is Fly 2 and we didn't have it at the time going in, so we couldn't take advantage of it. But Tails reaches level 4 after the fight, so we can take advantage of it on the way back. I didn't want Rouge to do the flying, but at that point, only Tails has level 4, which means at this point, only Tails has Fly 2. Right, so now that we've beaten all 4 fights and gotten 4 communicators, we now know where Knuckles is. He's in Mystic Ruin, but GUN unfortunately have roadblocked us, so we literally go over their heads with Tails' X-Tornado. Right, so now we have a new mode of transport. So this place is a little boggy than I remember. Because now the Marauders have put this poison gas there, so we're already stuck. Or are we? Because now we have a surprise guest, Big the Cat. So this is the first time we have more than 4 characters. If we do, then this character menu comes up. So Big has the ability to go through poison gas. And like last time, we want to enter the puzzle with Rouge, because after we finish this puzzle, we have to fly. And when you finish a puzzle, the character you were with when you triggered the puzzle is the character you'll come out of the puzzle as. So now we need to take this piece and put it into the other component. Anyone wants to jump up there. Rouge comes for switch, then quickly swap back to Sonic before the puzzle is over. Right, we want to up Big's luck and make sure we take Froggy Rain too. And Amy, you want to take Blow-Kiss too. Both moves will be very important. Right, need to wait our turn, wait for it, and go! Right, we're in. We come in just for Knuckles to free himself. So this is where we learn that the Marauders are after the Master Emerald. But unfortunately, someone almost beat us to it. Did not take the Master Emerald yet, but someone's nicked Angel Island, so we gotta get it back. We instantly suspect Eggman, so we go find him. And now we have access to Knuckles. So Knuckles can climb walls, which is his main purpose in this level. So right here, we can just come to this wall, climb it. Now we have to go take the long roof path. Right, and right here we make sure we select option 3, because option 3 gets us to the Eggman device without having to fight anyone. Because there is an option to fight those swap bots, but of course we don't want to do that because that just takes up time. So right now, I go straight to this shop. We will be coming back here later. But right now we just need to get 5 rock salt. So in this chapter, we need to find 5 Eggman devices to be able to find and locate Eggman and deactivate his force field. Right, so that shopkeeper got conned, and he has an Eggman device. So we had to find the salesman who conned him and get his stapler back. Right, so there are 2 Eggman devices in Mystic Ruin, which is why we're back here. And I go back round, through this poison gas, and we deal with the one down here first. And who comes but Shadow the Hedgehog? I'll make sure we select option 2 because this, if you trigger this right, it will be a trapped encounter. Trapped encounter is one we can't flee from. Fortunately, I think most of them are chapter 3. Because there's another one where it's a trapped encounter if we get caught. That's this one right here. It moves slowly, but if you get caught, it's a trapped encounter. Right, so right here we do need to fight this thing to get the Eggman device. Okay, so the strategy, we get Sonic to give a rock salt to Big, defend, Tails, give rock salt to Big, and then give Big a power candy because we need to use Big's froggy one which you got early a second time. So fun fact is that if we have a certain Chow by here, that same move can actually be a one-shot. Right. So you always take this left treasure box because that has at least two important items. I'm gonna save it here because getting the way out is still a trapped encounter, and this one's a bit more difficult because it's less room to work with. Okay, so now that we're done with Mystic Ruin, we confront the salesman, give him a stern talking to, and we take the pipe stapler back. Oh, and we haven't forgotten our cream, because now we have cheese. So cream and cheese got separated. Cheese is all the way up here, but we had to have Knuckles to get him back. Right, so the two moves I got with Sonic are Triple Tornado and Hailstorm. Triple Tornado, we will need it for the last two fights at the end of this chapter. Right, we found Cream now. So now we just swap Big for Amy, because Amy will be very important. And I just remembered I need to give equipment. So Speed Sneakers and Economizer I got from that treasure box in Mystic Ruin. I give Knuckles the Lucky Gloves, and I give Cheese to Sonic. So I will save this just outside the Giant Scorpions, because it can be a bit unpredictable. This is purely for safety, because the Giant Scorpions can be quite dangerous. In the real run, I wouldn't save, because even getting killed at all, that is a massive time loss. Okay, so this used to use Hellstorm, but now we can use a highly empowered fastball to defeat these guys in one round. By getting Sonic Tails Knuckles to give a Rock Salt to Sonic, we can make the fastball powerful enough to one-shot these guys. Okay, it's defending. Nice. This fight's already won. So if they're not defending, I could drop the last input and still win. So if I've got any Power Chrome, I give one to Sonic. Because that way I don't have to go to Tails' workshop for a heal, because that is actually be slow. That would be slower now. So right here, everyone's at full health and full power. So now, this exact party is what I will use for the last two fights here. Where you find Eggman. Because the Sprite Giant Scorpion's got us the fourth device. And the fifth one we get here when we give a stapler back to the shopkeeper. I wouldn't say it's impossible for there to be one that replaces the music. I think it would be the first thing. I think it would be one of the first things from people's mind to replace the music. Okay, so right here we sell most of our items. So, and we massively stock up on these. And exit. So you're probably wondering why we need this many rock salt. And in that brief moment, we almost outsped the bird. Yeah, same here. I think there's already one on YouTube or something like that. So here's the first time we would use our triple tornado move, which we got when we got Cheese back. And since Sonic goes first, this would pretty much be an insta-win. Before we use triple tornado, this fight used to be really bad. Because these guys can evade. Goodbye. Right, so I save right here in case the next fight is unpredictable. So this is also part of why we use the economizer. So the economizer makes power moves 1 power point cheaper to use. And in this case, we can use triple tornado twice without needing to repower any characters. Because triple tornado normally takes 5 power points. But over here it takes 4. Since I've got the economizer. So I get Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles to Rock Salt Sonic. Emmy's Blow Kiss 2 on Sonic. Because these guys are a lot stronger. Okay, so the last one is defending. With not being empowered this much, allows a triple tornado to one-shot this whole team. Perfect. Right, now that these swap bots are defeated, Eggman now comes out of his hiding place. Yeah, this triple tornado, it's a very powerful move. In that situation, it really saves us here. This one used to also be very bad. Oh, Big Clingy, yeah, that will be seen a lot more than Eggman's Funny Walk. Or as I like to call Eggman's Funny Run. So Big is in there. There is a mission that you can do. With Big, but we don't do that here. Because right now we've pretty much done all of our farming strategies. There were 3 of them. Oh, there'll be a lot more blow kisses along the way. There'll be a lot more of those. Oh, ambushed. So yeah, he can two-shot character if you get ambushed. Hellstorm, defend. Oh. Okay, he didn't knock him out. Because that can be a 2-hit KO. So Hellstorm, massively OP. And right here, I make very sure that I take Axe Kick. Because this next part, Shadow tries to run off, and of course only Sonic can catch him because Shadow's too fast for the others. So Sonic chases down and fights him one-on-one. And that's where Axe Kick comes in. Because he can counter normal attacks. This is where we use Axe Kick. Right, and again. Yeah, unfortunately, Shadow does pick fights for no reason. Yeah, Amy doesn't get to attack much here, unfortunately. Because she's massively overshadowed by the others. Speaking of which, we take 2 new power moves. We take Batman Ram as Big, and we take Atomic Strike 2 as Shadow. Very important that this is level 2. Because this next fight, we will need it for level 2, otherwise it will not do enough damage. So I will save once I dodge this guy. Because this next enemy we face can phase, which renders our strategy useless. Right, there you are. So she's the leader of the Marauders. And turns out that she isn't a kid now. But for Knuckles was the last. Okay, strategy. So first I get Sonic to Rock Salt Shadow. Then Shadow Atomic Strike for the first time, defend. Big uses Batman. Knuckles uses Rock Salt on Big, defense. Oh yeah, that's a problem. So I'm going to demonstrate what happens if Shade phases. This is what we don't want to see. So I will restart the console. So even though I get this perfect, the 2 side guys get destroyed, and Shade, she just literally tanks everything. Yeah, and she literally just destroyed the strategy, so we're going to restart the console and try this again. So now you've seen what happens if she phases, we're gonna go in again and hope that we get better luck. We switch to scare pen benders. Alright. Right, better luck this time. I did have runs where I did try to save the run without having to restart, but I ended up with 3 minutes later and I was no closer to winning when I started. And we've just been ambushed. So ambush is if we ambush the enemy, ambush is if they attack us. So if it's an ambush, they only get a normal attack. Okay, got the strategy set. Okay, she's not phasing this time. So now this will work. So Atomic Strike being at level 2 allows me to instantly knock out the 2 side guys with a Rock Salt and Atomic Strike. See ya. Right, now this battle ran perfect. Saw you big. Gotcha. Yep, you said it, Big Clingy. Yeah, get bigged. And funny enough, that battering ram like took more than half of Shade's health. So even though it's at level 1, it still does a huge amount of damage, especially with a Rock Salt. Even without Rock Salt, it still would have done like 26 damage per impact instead of 46. Which is pretty decent. So the slow strategy for that was to not use the Rock Salt and get Knuckles to uppercut. But as giving Rock Salt quicker, we do that instead. Right, so that's 1 and 5. So this puzzle is pretty much going on the switches, which corresponds to the blocks. Right, so this is 3 and 4. They look again. It's 5. And 1. Right, we cracked the code. We get up 1 luck, it's big, and we don't take anything. Right, so entering this hideout is a first point of no return. So in here, we need to talk to Knuckles before Tails allows us to move on. And this is the first time we'll be splitting the teams in 2. Right, so first I take Shadow and Amy on Sonic's team, then Big and Rouge on Tails' team. And Eggman, he joins the team, and here's where we see more of his funny run, which you saw a bit of in Chapter 3. I remember playing this as a blind playthrough, and I used to use his bombardment ability to instantly one-shot the whole team of drones. But here we'll be taking something better, which is Sabotage, and that can instantly kill robots, if gotten correctly. Right, Tails' team. Go around here. For some reason, when you go around there, the drone doesn't see you. Okay, so Sonic's team is going to head up to Angel Island to stop them directly. How are they going to do that? Make a break for the airbase. So racing through this looks easy, but unfortunately Sonic can't do it himself. Because to get in the airbase, we need Knuckles to climb. Hope we get it. Got it. It is, yeah, it is a point of no return. In fact, Chapter 5 entering that is you can't return to the other areas. So yeah, this will be a point of no return for Kareem. And after this chapter, it's a point of no return for Omega too. So Tails' team, we need to come over here and get parts to build a weapon to defeat the Marauders with. So, fun fact, Rouge is the fastest overworld character besides Sonic and Shadow, which is why we'll be using her for literally all the map navigation. But she does get bad weapons of fight, and honestly, I agree with this. But in overworld, she's very fast. Besides Sonic and Shadow, she's the fastest. Right, here we go. Right, so use Rock Salt for Sonic. Then Fastball twice, and everyone to defend. Right, so this Fastball will now knock this guy out. The second one is back up in case it's defended. See ya. So with that strategy, this fight is super easy. Right, so both Sonic and Shadow level up, which is convenient for us because for their next part, only Sonic and Shadow will matter for the next part, and if we don't hit any encounters with their team, we're guaranteed to have them at full health. We now have a beam cannon, and we exit. Once again, we swap to Rouge for faster movement, because she is the fastest on the team. And now go back in, and we try to get this smooth. Let's see if we can get this. Right, works. Right, perfect. Right, so now that we're here again, we need to get to the anti-aircraft cannon. And to get there, that's that star in the bottom right-hand corner in the upper screen. To get there, we need to complete this puzzle for the escalator. Four yellows. So right now, I get everyone in position. So I get Eggman, who does his little funny run, get him all the way to the blue switch. Rouge, I get her to go all the way to this red switch because she's fast and she can fly. Big, the slowest character, I get him to go all the way to this yellow switch and hit it 4 times. 4. Okay, round 2. Yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, blue. Okay, round 3. 3 yellows, 2 blues, 1 yellow. Right, nice. So I would say this is one of my least favourite puzzles because it's a test of memory. And if you get any of them wrong, you have to do all 3 patterns again. Right, see if we can get this. Okay. You can get the fly straight away, but I'd rather go all the way back down than get into an encounter. This fly gets us all the way to this upper area. Right, I'm gonna save it here real quick, and then we go. Because Tails and his team have to fight it to get to it. Right, so there is a new strategy to this. Because we used to have to menu. But now, if we double block something big, we now have a strategy. Which is quicker and one less menu. Right, here we go, sabotage. Yes. So if the left one hadn't invaded, this would have knocked it out. So Luigi's second token we use as backup to give Big more power. So all we need to do is another Foggy Rain as big. Yeah, it's overpowered, but I would say that gives the most pressure. Right, so now that we've got the cannon working, we're now back to Sonic's team. We need to navigate the way to Angel Island. Yeah, Big Cleaning, that is correct. I used to think attack did something with damage, but yeah, it's literally a chance of whether you hit or miss. So actually, yeah, it is accuracy, defense is evasion. Okay, that's smooth. I gotta get around here and do one more major dodge. Ah, no, it followed me. If I let it get too close. So this is actually our first unwanted encounter besides the impossible dodge. So yeah, this is what happens when you get into an encounter. Right, now we pause and give Shadow the Speed Sneakers, Sparkly Gloves, Economizer. You don't need to worry about Sonic and Shadow, and you're about to see why. Pardon me. So here we get something that blocks up Shadow. Shadow Atomic Strike. Everyone's event. So giving Shadow the Economizer makes this a backup in case we get ambushed here. Because you guys can steal power if you're ambushed. Yeah, thank you and bless you, Jelly Dots. So Amy Knuckles level up, and very important we take Uppercut and Blowkiss 3. Blowkiss 3 especially, because we do need that for the next part. Right, so now we're back into into the tunnels and we go back into the underground hideout. And here we see even more of Eggman's Funny Run with an upper-skippable cutscene by the activated teleporter. So I'd say it's a funny addition to the run to include this skippable cutscene with Eggman's Funny Run. Okay, so while he's doing this funny run, activates his teleporter, X now has time to throw a second set of lackeys, and these guys are a bit stronger, so our strategy's not going to work. So it's to improvise. I get Shadow to rock salt himself, I use Atomic Strike, Emery to block his Shadow, and defend. Like Sonic, Shadow always outspeeds Amy. So I'll have to get Shadow to use an item before Amy uses Blow Kiss. Yeah, unskippable funny run. Okay, so you just need to... This time we do have to get it perfect, because these guys are quite a bit stronger, and you will not do enough damage if you do not get it perfect. So now with Sonic, I take Fastball 2, and Shadow, I increase his speed, and I take Chaos Rift 2. Both of these are needed for the next chapter. Right, so now that we win the next phase, X tries to send more Marauders after us, but with Tails and Eggman's weapon they built, they banish them back to where they came from. But we still have to face X himself, so we take the exact same party we had before. Oh, it is for the next chapter. You will see why. Okay, first I get Amy to block his Shadow twice, then Shadow to use the last Rock Salt, then Top Strike twice, then Knuckles to uppercut X twice, and defend. So yeah, the Sonic Enemy Combo will be needed for the next chapter. So right here, I get Amy's Blow Kiss to power Shadow as much as possible. The Atomic Strike is going to be our main defense move. And this is a use for Knuckles' uppercut, because X doesn't look it, but he has a crap ton of armor. And uppercut is armor piercing. Atomic Strike fortunately isn't, and you see here that he will take reduced damage as opposed to the others. Right, so he's going for Shadow. Not that it will matter here, because now he's about to get destroyed. Right, so now that Shadow is very powerful. Shadow's so empowered now, we can drop this last input and still win. And not have to see the perfect message at the end. See ya. Yeah. I think a lot of these you can skip, but there are a few times where we have no choice but to get it perfect. Like the second Angel Island way, we had no choice but to get it perfect, otherwise to not get it perfect would be to not do enough damage. Okay, we're officially past halfway of the game. And you'll see where the Sonic Amy combo becomes useful when we do the one and only fight here. Yeah, Sonic tripped. X got away with the Master Emerald, so the team had no choice but to go down with Angel Island. Right, so for now we're not going to pick Amy, we're going to pick Cream and Shadow. We're going to up Cream's speed to the max, and we're going to take Demoralize 3. This is a extremely important backup, because this boss we face will be very dangerous. You also want to take Max Kid Rush with Shade. Yep, she's on our side now. apparently it's wanting to take over the world, and she didn't agree with that, so she turned on this. Right, so now we're going to come here and do a save. What we're going to do is a glitch. Okay, so now we pick Amy, Cream, and Shadow. Yeah, I did recruit Cream, because she's very important for a backup. So that glitch. So normally we can't change shade, but by saving in a stronghold and then exiting, shade spot open free, and I can swap her for Amy. Ah, no. Right, so that's a bit unfortunate. We hit that encounter. So getting Cream actually helps us save time. The reason for that is for, 1, the power boost to light up, 2, the Sonic tells Knuckles to get to level 5, because facing the giant scorpions would be very dangerous at level 4, because the character could actually be one-shotted. We're going to save here too, because I've mentioned earlier, yeah, this frostbite is going to be very dangerous. Right, hope this works. Ah, it works. So yeah, by holding the stylus on at around this point, you can literally just run past that giant robot and not hit that encounter. Okay, Eggbot. So for the 2 side drones, we want to fastball those. Cream wants to demoralize, and that will massively debuff the Eggbot's attack stat, because the Eggbot can literally instantly kill off a character. So that fastball we need for extra damage. This kill swift is 50-50 for instant KO. Hopefully this works first try. Yes. So what Cream's demoralize does is that it massively debuffs their attack stat. Now we just gotta hope this last drone doesn't evade, because if it doesn't, no! This would have been it. Right, so that was unfortunate. Now we're going to demoralize again. Shall we're going to rough this guy and get him back to full meter and defend. Hopefully this one knocks it out. Right, so that was unfortunate. Shocker. Right, it's going for Amy. Yeah, he didn't want to get Son Amy. Ah, man. This would have been beautiful. Shocker again. And the worst part is, Sonic can actually go before a second time before the drone actually goes. Hopefully Chaos Rift works this time. So I think I'll take out the Eggbot before it can do anything. Right, third time lucky. Or should I say second time, because the Rift actually works on the Eggbot. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Chaos Rift. Right, please work this time. It does work. Oh man. We're not having good luck today. Yeah, the eggbot will get up if it joins is still alive. Right, I'm gonna take out this. Right, I think this will work. Because it's not evading. Nice, didn't miss this time. Ugh. This is a joke, right? At least the drone's dead. So even though it's got little health, its defense is very high. Yes! So he lost almost 5 minutes on that alone. Just run right around that robot and get out of here. Ah, that's over. That is how it can be. Right, so now that we've got the item that Tails and Eggman need... Oh, and by the way, you couldn't pick them for this chapter. You bring the item back to Tails and Eggman, and they finish off the ship, which we take to the next dimension. But before you ask, yes, this is another point of no return. Yeah, I'm glad it's over too. And in this chapter, Shady Knuckles will be very useful. Yeah, Eggman's gone forever. He's only playable in chapters 4 and 5, because chapter 6 you can't pick him. Yeah, the funny one is dead now. So these Chrono are heavily armored. Kidney Rush. Heavily overpowered, even more devastating with Blocus. Yeah, they have a lot of armor. A crap ton of armor. Right, get Sonic back as Beast Sneakers, take off her boxing gloves. Get her Jet Shade to take the economizer. I think that's all I need to do here. So now we're going to move on. Because right here we need to do a Kidney Rush twice. Okay, Bash. So Bash we only really care about if they go for shade. Because Bash can weaken an enemy. Not so much normal attack. Okay, that's good. And again. See ya. So now that's over. We now make our way to the foreman. Now gonna wait for our opportunity. I make it through. Nice. Okay. Now we go in and we go to another shopping trip. Okay, so now we can sell all our health seeds. Pretty much anything we don't need. So right now, I take an earth ring, 7 rock salt, 2 refresher waves, and a metameter. Yeah, I didn't think about either. I just tested out moves and see which one would actually do something. For me, that move was Revolver Slam, which we take as Knuckles. We don't have it at all in this run. And beyond Chapter 5, it becomes redundant, even if we did use it. Because of the Kidney Rush. Okay. Right, so the only clue is that all of these switches are different. It looks like we've got the optimal pattern. Right, nice. I think that was gold split. So I got my life split up too. Ah, wow. So that was a bit unfortunate. There is a way to consistently dodge this. Fortunately, this is the only boss we can run away from. Yeah, he's only in Sonic X. So now we've disabled their force field because the X locked them out of their factory because with the force field. Right, see if this works. Ah, no, we almost got it. It does work. We need a lot of room to make that work. Right, we've got a final double dodge to make. Let's hope we get it here. Ugh, too early. Yeah, I agree. I think, yeah, Sonic X definitely handled the ML differently. Right, so now the first planet, so now we've got the ship fixed. We now go on to the next planet and take Big Knuckles Shade. Because this part is full of electric fields. We cannot get through them without Big, which is why he's used. So this is the No-Gal planet. And he's the Cyclone. And better make sure we take the bottom option, because that bottom option means we don't have to fight them. And yes, fighting them is a trapped encounter. Right, so now we've got to make our way to the No-Gal Queen. Fortunately, encounters aren't hard to dodge because these guys aren't even after us. Okay, so, long story short, the No-Gal and the Zoa have been at war for centuries. But right now, we're heading to their planet now, and right now we're being shot down, so... Right here, we take the same party as we had in Chapter 7. Okay, let's fight. So first we get Sonic to give a Rock Shot to Shade, then defend. Sonic Bolt kisses Shade, and defends also, and Shade uses a Kitten Rush twice. Okay, they're both going for different characters. That's good. Because Knuckles can take another hit. Nice. And again, Lights, Lightning Shield. So ideally you want Lightning Shield. Because that's the quickest one. The Sonic don't take anything yet until the next level. Okay. Okay, nothing too useful here. So now I give Shade the Earth Ring. Give her a health leaf. And a power drink. I don't think I need to do anything with anyone else, so let's go. Got a tight dodge coming up here. Yeah. That makes me jump every time. Because dangerously close to hitting an encounter. So ambush is not something we want to see, because ambush just takes up time. Right, nice, double lightning shield. That's the optimal move. Now Shade has the Earth Ring, she no longer needs the Rock Salt. So these all hit hard. Perfect. And here we take Blade Rush 2 as backup. We all have this as backup for the next chapter. For this chapter we don't need it. The only one we need from Shade is Echidna Rush. I'm looking for 6. And this time I take Fastball 3 as Sonic. Nope, it's not working. This normally works. Come on, work with me. Yes. Finally. Yeah, it really doesn't. This one, on the other hand, not too bad. As long as you hold back when you're about to go. Okay, now give some Cursed Gloves and the Earth Ring. Power Drink to Knuckles. And I think that's all I need to do. We're going to save it here. So right there, the KO terminal is right there. But of course it can't be that easy. Because we're stopped by this commander. So right now we need to fight the commander. But of course we're not fighting him alone, we're fighting him with 2 Zerboot henchmen. So first I get Sonic to Rock Salt Shade, then defend, enemy block his Shade and use a Refresher Wave. Shade, Echidna rushes the left Zerboot and the right Zerboot. Okay, lucky the right one is dying first. Power Blast is not something you want to see, because Power Blast is the slowest of their moves. Okay, here we go. Our turn now. So that refresher wave that I got Amy to use allows us to do a further kid rush. Goodbye. Right, so now that fight is over, we take on the general challenge, and the general challenge is to fight in one-on-one. So first I get Sonic to rock salt himself 3 times. Right, nice, we got lock on. So that's the fast move. Right, nice, double lock on. And the third time, we'll finish him off. Right, I think that's my fastest fight yet. Because lock on is very fast move and I got that twice. Nice. So I triple rock salt in Sonic. Ass kick 1 does enough damage to finish him off. His Operation Defense didn't save him there. Nice. So that was the only thing we have to dodge on the way back. Right, so next we go back to the Nurgle planet. I'm showing that we got their quote-unquote secret weapon. Otherwise known as a Chaos Emerald. Alright, so that gives us the third Chaos Emerald, and now that this chapter will come to a close soon, we now go to our next planet, which is the Rockside Colony. And that's with Chapter 7 and 8, we'll take the same team. Okay, here we go. So with these pink Roxai, you can't be encountered by them, so they're like the people in Central City. But you just only can have a conversation. So right now, we're warping across the place. Right, we're in. So the guy who met the teleporter, we go to his house, and we take on this fight. Let's go. Alright, so the fastball 3 we got earlier. We can now use it to take out this one instantly before it has a chance to move. Yes, it's not shielding. Right, they're all attacking. So that's Fastball's going to knock this one out. Finally get this perfect. Nice. Kidney Rush. Right, beautiful. So Fastball 3 early saves so much time here, which is why I sacrificed Axe Kick too. Because that cuts out 2 of her turns and makes us have to execute 1 less power move. For Shade, I give her the Earth Ring and Cursed Gloves. Sonic, I give the Sparkly Gloves. Use a fresh wave to replenish both Sonic and Knuckles. I think everyone's at good health here, so we can just go. So these red ones unfortunately can encounter us. Right, here we go. Right, nice, we didn't get ambushed here. Fastball, defend, Shade, Echidna Rush, and Echidna Rush. Right, so that unfortunately put Sonic to sleep. Nice. And again. So this is one of the rare times you'll see Amy attacking. Because this is contingency. Because I messed up one of the inputs. Yeah, bonk indeed. Thank goodness that worked. So at least the time loss there wasn't too bad. According to my split, that cost me 30 seconds by not getting that input. But it was nothing compared to Eggbot. Fortunately, the first fastball did enough damage. That didn't need Sonic to do the damage he was supposed to do. Okay, good. That double rock side there, it's like the double Roar is all the way back from Chapter 7. So this final puzzle, it's pretty much a game of tap it or leave it. If it beeps twice, we leave it. If it beeps once, we tap it. Okay, Sonic, single tap, so we tap it. Single, we tap. Double tap, so we leave it. We leave it again. So it's a bit of a waiting game. Well, we did it. Right, I'm going to say this quickly for contingency, and then we'll go into the Overmind fight. We're going completely out of here. Yes. Okay. Right, nice, we didn't get ambushed. Let's get Sonic rocks on himself. We go to Amy, blow his shade, move over to shade. They kill off the yellow Overmind and the blue Overmind. Sonic does a fastball and in defense. Okay, all normal attacks, that's good. Okay, here goes. Echidna Rush. Right, perfect. See another fastball now. Right, so now Blue Sonic and Knuckles level up, and the planet is free. Yeah, I think 9K4 told me who pretty much orchestrated this route. He told me that there are people that are immune to the Overmind's control. Yeah, Big is just, I'd take this for Big the same reason why he doesn't get poisoned by the poison gas. Okay, so now we go back to the Clone Colony and go to the meeting place. Now, hopefully we get this straight line dodge, which is what I call it. Yes! That worked. So that dodge, I got it completely on accident the first time. I found it so difficult to dodge that I stopped trying to dodge it, and then before you know it, that just worked. This one, unlike last time, is not after us now. Now we could get 2 rocks. 12 rocks out. Okay, so now we've had our meeting, we're now ready to take on Nyx. We have so Nocturne we couldn't get there the first time because Nocturne's covered by a force field, But all of us working together, we found a way around it. Right, next stop, Nocturne. This will be the final area we're in. This is where X has taken the Master Emerald and where X himself is. So before we even started, we're greeted by a red and blue Gizoid called Skiller and Cherub. Of course we're going to have to fight them too, but that's a bit down the line. Alright, so now pick the teams. Here I just take refresh just for the heck of it. And same with Chaos Spear. So this is the second time we'll be splitting teams. I can wait for this Nocturne to be down here for us to make a move. That was a little close for comfort. That one used to dodging it that way now. So now I actually have Shadow on the other team. I can now make use of his movement now. And 5 seconds in, we've already run into trouble. Right now we're pinned by a turret, and we need the Sonics team's help. And that bit looks tight, but it's really not. It's more consistent than it looks. So for some reason the music can cut out. And now we meet these advanced Gizoids. I'm not called advanced for nothing. Because this right here is a scripted ambush. So right now, the sheaves prevent us from damaging them. So the best we could do is use Knuckles' Quick Punch to steal their turns. Okay, we didn't stun both of them. First we get a power drink back to Knuckles to restore his power, and a health fruit to Shadow. Everyone to defend. Nice. So right now, the Gizmo Centurions are proving too strong for us, and we need help from Sonic's team again to be able to deactivate the force field. When I played this for the first time, I was like, yeah, this is not going to be easy. But I found out moments later when Knuckles was knocked down by that Gizoid, I then realized it was a scripted loss. Because that's exactly what it is. Because the shield would make it impossible for us to damage them. So now we're looking for the robotic parts to be able to deactivate their shields. Unfortunately for us, we've got a trick up our sleeve. It's right here. As soon as we're back in play, we can walk away from the fight and dodge that in completely. Now make our way up and we find Skiller. Okay, good. We dodged that. Right, we've got one more thing to dodge here. Right, good. Right, so underwater we can't use any power moves, and our power point needs to act as our air gauge. Right, so what's the plan? Operation Defense, because this is a scripted loss too. So this spam move is not something you want to see for two reasons. Because one, the animation is long, and two, it's unblockable. Also, there's a third reason that it does a lot of damage. So that's Tails down, and now he's going for Amy. So right now we'll be fine. Because he gets 3 turns around. So Sonic can take 2 hits while Big and Amy can take 1 each, so we're not going to die. If you die, you do have to restart the fight. So here as long as one character survives, we're good. Right, so now Sonic needs help from the Knuckles team, but they have to fight Skiller first. First up, Rock Salt Shade's Knuckles, Shade, the Kid Rush's Skiller, Defend, Cream, Rock Salt Shade, and Shadow Defense. Of course, Skiller's got a fan too. Also didn't know robots could vomit. Okay, before we go any further, we're going to make sure that Knuckles is powered up and Shadow's health is back to normal. Right, we need to hit the switch, but first we're going to grab this item box. So that's got a Medomitter and Refresher Wave. Now that's over, we fight Shadow for real. Attacks, unfortunately, most of the time, from Fresh, they're basically useless. So first to get Sonic to use a Mad Emitter, move on to Tails. Tails uses a Rock Salt on Sonic. Big also uses a Rock Salt on Sonic. Amy blows this is Sonic. Sonic uses a Rock Salt himself. And then Fastball. Because before, we couldn't use power moves, and now we can. This guy's not much of a threat anymore. Even his fan is a lot weaker now. Goodbye. Right, now that all my characters have leveled up, we now have everyone at 4 meter. But first we want Knuckles to run to this switch so it triggers the dialogue here. Because that dialogue's supposed to trigger out there, so that when we exit... Oh yeah, Blow Kisses and Rock Salt stack. It's like what I did for Chapter 3 with the triple tornadoes. I used 3 Rock Salts on Sonic and then used Amy's Blow Kiss to stack up the damage. So this glitch sends Knuckles straight into the final room, because normally you have to climb all the way up to make it through the final section. It's about 15 seconds saved, but it's very consistent. Like, it's literally the only time I would not use it is 100%, because we still have collectibles to get. Okay, we're in the final room now. And Knuckles is talking to X. So Sonic's watching the whole thing and thinks Knuckles is going to betray us. Knuckles refuses to join him, and then they fight. Right. We hope the ambush is Cream or Shadow. Okay, he's going for Shadow. For Shade, I use a Kidney Rush twice. Cream, I use a Rock Salt on Shade, and Shadow defend. Right now, Shadow's the best chance of a meat shield. Right, now just need one more Echidna Rush and this guy's history. So Echidna Rush pretty much always has to be performed perfectly. Otherwise, it just straight up misses. Which is why I've gotten all of mine perfect here. Okay, so now it's Sonic's turn to take on Nyx. Okay, so X is going for Sonic this time. So using Red Emitter first, then Sonic to give a Rock Salt himself. Then Tails defends. I get Big to give Sonic another Rock Salt. Amy now Blow Kisses Sonic. And then Sonic just uses Fastball for his last move. Right, so it's all attack and mix. As you can see, his attack is very dangerous. Nice. Nice. Definitely couldn't afford one more attack. Sometimes we do go before us because Sonic has a speed tie. But this wasn't one of those times. So like it's Sonic, Tails, Amy, Tails, and Big, not Sonic, because Sonic's already on the team. Here we go. So this is a pretty long chase section with all 4 characters. And I think it's the only one in the game where it's all 4 characters with these rift orbs. Okay, nice. So now here, we get Sonic to double rock salt himself. Move on to Amy, who blows Sonic. Move on to Tails, who rock salts Sonic, and then uses a refresher wave that we got earlier. And Big, we use a rock salt on Sonic. Then Sonic, we fast forward to get him the heck out of here. Because he can bring his guys back. So it's very important we take him out first. Right, so X is instantly out of the picture. Now I've just got these 2 side guys to deal with. Right, see ya. These guys only get 1 move per round. So dropping that on purpose skips the perfect message. I could have done that with X as well, but given how low Sonic's health is, there are some that, if you don't get it perfect, it does miss. But right now I didn't want to gamble everything. Yep, Sonic AV is extremely powerful here. They all got Sonic AV'd, none of them avoided it. Right, Supersonic fight. Right, Supersonic. Goodbye. So yeah, that is the final boss. So time will be coming up soon. Those are final ones, a couple of cutscenes which we'll get past, and then it will be time. Yeah, it reminds me of Sonic Unleashed. Super Sonic doesn't really fight perfect Dark Gaia. He just has a sequence of QCE to release Chip and then final boost straight through the eye. So yeah, seems we've gone back for a while since Eggman had time to rebuild his empire and take over a world. Right time will be coming up. Now. Oh, the Wii version of Unleashed. Oh yeah, I think you're right about the Wii version. I think I remember. What's it called? You have to take out each one of his eyes or something like that. I'm not sure. Right, so that's the end of Chronicles 90%. I hope you guys enjoyed this run. There were quite a lot of ups and downs, but we made it through. We're basically in one piece. We didn't die, and yeah, that's pretty much it for me. There is the NG Plus category and 100%, which is on radar. But yeah, I do runs on YouTube and Twitch. I'm primarily working on NG Plus now, aiming to break the next 5-minute barrier. So that's my rundown on Chronicles, as well as playing the other 3 games of the Rush trilogy. But yeah, I hope all you guys enjoyed this run. I found it enjoyable. I hope you guys enjoyed it too, including the sound effects and luck. So yeah, that's gonna be all from me. Good luck to all you other runners out there, and hope you enjoy it.